Today we explore one of the most beautiful villages in Tenerife, Garachico. It's located almost at the northwestern tip of the island. Arriving by car from Aakash, we will drive along a stretch of the avenue that runs alongside the ocean, and then continue our tour of Garachico on foot. The town is spread out over a large area, but we will only walk through the streets of the old town and along the ocean. Even from a distance, the town welcomes us with this enormous rock in the sea that also gives it its name. We will talk about this later. Walking along the promenade, we come to the sign and inscription that identifies Garachico as one of the most beautiful villages in Spain. Along the way, we see that, like many towns on the ocean, the promenade has been used to build swimming pools and sports areas because the ocean is often rough and not suitable for swimming. We enter one of the alleys and follow one of the streets that wind around the central core of the town. In the center, as we shall see, there is a splendid square with the parish church, a convent, and the town hall buildings. The architecture of the small houses with wooden balconies is very typical of the Canary Islands. The mountains just behind the balconies, the many typical shops for tourists and locals alike, and the sea air. Here you can experience the spirit of times gone by. Although the area where Garachico is now located was already inhabited before Spanish colonization, the town center was founded around 1496, and during the 16th and 17th centuries the small town became the main port of Tenerife. The many goods that passed through here led to the economic growth of this area, and the beauty of the houses, the church, and the whole town bears witness to this. The upper middle class and many wealthy people lived here. But there have also been convents, churches, and a small hospital, and it has always had a reputation as a cheerful place, with good people, but also a place for business. We arrive at what used to be known as the Fountain Square, but today bears the name of an illustrious mayor of the city. Here, in the center of the fountain, we can see the namara, a plant often used in fountains and squares, which requires a continuous drip of water. Next to this splendid square is Puerta de Tierra Park, where, among other historical and artistic works, you can find the old gateway through which the goods that made this city important passed. This park is a place to relax and appreciate the history of the area even more. This gateway is one of the few remains of the old port that are still preserved today, although it is no longer in its original location. Leaving the park, we continued our visit by heading towards the westernmost part of the city, walking along the promenade to what was once the old pier with its black beach. On May 5, 1706, the Trevajo volcano erupted and several lava and lapilli flows hit the city and covered the port in particular. Fortunately, there were no deaths, and most of the houses were not destroyed by the lava. Some wooden roofs caught fire due to the lapilli. In memory of this event, every 5 years a festival is held in honor of Christ of Mercy, because it is said that it was prayers to Christ that stopped the lava at the doors of many houses. The great disaster was for the city's economy because merchants had to leave the city and start using the port of Puerto de la Cruz. In Garachico, only a pier for fishermen remained. Here we can see how the lava reached the sea, creating a very jagged coastline. This was the old dock, but now it is also used for tourism, for taking photos, and for admiring the sea and the Garachico rock. The white Carrara marble art installation here is called Door Without a Door. Cove in this part of the city is protected by some artificial rocks, which we can only see in part here, but which give a good idea of the power and force of the ocean. We can see Garachico and its roque from the drone, even if it is from a distance. The name of the town is closely related to its islet. In fact, in the indigenous language, the Guanche, the root Gara or Igara means island rock. Even Garachico can be said to be a Guanche name. In the background, you can see the peninsula where the Buena Vista Lighthouse is located, the high mountains of Teno on the left, and in the center, the small mountain that divides Los Silos before from Buena Vista after. Wonderful. We return along the road towards the small castle of San Miguel. Before reaching the castle, from here we can see the coves that the lava has formed along the coast, and which were decided to be used to create a bathing area known as El Calatin. White lines have been painted on the paths to better emphasize the difference with the dark lava, and in summer the natural pools that are created along this area, before and after the castle, are very popular. In 1916, King Alfonso XIII granted the title of town and puerto to the village of Garachico, and this is a plaque commemorating the 70th anniversary of this commemoration. The small castle was a fortification used to guard the port and is now a site of cultural interest. It is sometimes open to visitors and is part of the Tenerife Museum network. As mentioned before, the natural pools and channels created by lava and the ocean are beautiful, but these are often closed in winter or when the ocean is rough. Now are some old videos to illustrate how this area is used and the spectacular shapes the ocean creates here. We walk the street and turn into an alley until we reach the center. What a spectacular view of the bell tower from here. After this charming bougainvillea, we arrive in front of the parish church of Santa Ana and its white bell tower. Past the parish church, we arrive at the central square, Freedom Square. Here, among the trees, there is a very typical bar and a monument to Simón Bolívar. This statue was commissioned by a Venezuelan association and is the first statue of Bolívar in Spain. And we arrive at the town hall square where there are, from left to right, the Church of Nuestra Señora de Los Angeles, the old convent of San Francisco, and the town hall palace, which turns 90 degrees. From this splendid square surrounded by so much beauty, I bid you farewell and thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.